Hey everybody, good morning, good morning. So, I have a pretty cool topic to talk to you about today because I got this from Mel Robbins, like I told you guys, 5 Second Rule, awesome book, and I'm in like a mentorship thing with her where I get the video each day. So I had listened to this yesterday and I listened to it again this morning. And it's really cool what she talks about. So she talks about buffering. You know how buffering is usually for like your computer or your TV, or you know how like you're watching Netflix. You're watching a Netflix movie, right? And the movie's playing and everything's hunky-dory and all of a sudden it says buffering, 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 and it's going round and round and round like this. Or hey Julie, or you could be like using something on your phone and then it starts circling saying it's buffering because it needs a minute to finish doing what it was doing. Hey Scott, how are you? So she took that buffering into life, into people. That buffering isn't just for computers, but buffering is for our bodies also. And it was pretty cool the way that she thought this through. So I took a couple notes so I wouldn't like miss any of the special stuff that she said. But what she was saying with buffering is it just gives you the extra time. And that's what buffering is. Like, hey Sherry, how are you? Sometimes you need that bell. Stop. My dog's like licking my shelving unit. I guess she loves it. So buffering just gives you that extra time. So hey Lindsay. So she was like, okay, so like meetings, how meetings waste a lot of time. And they say that like if you have a lot of meetings at work, that it takes up like 70% of your time. But it's not just the meeting that takes up all your time. It's like the time in between the meeting when you're thinking about this or thinking about that. So she said what you need to do is you need to put a buffer in there. And that buffers are used for like either the unwind or to get your thoughts together, to not feel so overwhelmed, to not feel so stressed out. So she was saying that what you need to do is in between meetings. So say you're hopping from like meeting to meeting to meeting. Hey Jeannie. Hey Deborah. And you're a meeting hopper all day. Like your job is a lot of sitting in meetings. That what you need to do in between each meeting is to take 5 minutes. 5 minutes to just think about what you learned and think about how you can implement that to yourself or to your team. So like I do meetings, but mine are virtual meetings and they're team calls. So how I would implement that is after each call, I would take 5 minutes to just figure out what I absorbed, what I soaked in, and how I can implement that, how I can do something about what I learned to make myself a better coach for my group members, for my Get Fit crew members, how I can make myself a better coach to my Get Fit crew coaches, to my team. So if you take 5 minutes just to figure out how you can implement and how you can pay it forward. Another thing that I really, really liked what she talked about was, what is the name of that? Multi-buns. Oh, I love that name. So this one she implemented about people in our life. So this one I truly, truly loved. Okay. So let me break it down and explain it to you. So what she's saying is those people that deplete us, and we know who those people are. The second we hear who's the negative person in your life, you can spout out probably 4 or 5 people quick. And if it's just 1 or 2 people, but you can spout them out quick. Okay? So she was saying that the people that deplete us, we don't need to necessarily like kick them to the curb, boot them out of our lives forever and never talk to them. But what we can do is a buffer, distance, which this is something I talked about, and I think it was either this week or last week. Last week I talked about this, real people. People aren't real people. You need to kind of get them out. And I kept saying like sometimes it can be family. And you don't necessarily have to kick them to the curb and never speak to them again. But you can give distance. But I didn't realize that was like a buffer. So when she was talking about that, I was like, oh, I was just talking about this, but that's a cool like name for the distance, is a buffer. So you don't have to get rid of them, but you get that distance. Maybe you don't talk to them as often, or you don't see them as often, or whatever it may be, because that's what's best for you. That's what's beneficial for you. So I just wanted to share that with you guys so you can kind of do what I said. This would be considered like a meeting. So you're going to take 5 minutes after we're done, and you're going to think about what I was talking about, and you're going to think about how you can implement that. Where do you need buffers in your life? I take buffers throughout my work day because I'm not in meetings all day. But what I do can be emotionally draining sometimes because I'm helping people all day long. I'm giving and giving and I'm giving and I'm giving. I'm pouring out. So I need to pour back in. So I take little breaks. So I'll work straight for like an hour. Answering messages of people, helping them with some of the problems that they're having, inviting people to my next group, things like that. I work. I focus, lasered in. Thanks to my focus boost that I drink. I'm really focused and I'm lasered in on what I'm doing. And then I give myself like a break. So whether it's, I'll go, like I did a little bit of work and then I'll go do my workout. And then I'll go back to doing a little bit of work and then I'll take my lunch break. So I do little buffers. And I didn't realize that's what it was a buffer. I was just saying I was taking a break, but it's a buffer to help reset. Just like the buffer does on Netflix, just like the buffer does on our computer or on our phones. It's a little reset, and we need that. But we need to know where we need that. We need to know where in our life we need that buffer. So I do have a call to action for you today, and this is going to help you with a lot of things. But if you do have a meeting today, I want you to take that 5-minute buffer after the meeting before you do anything else. Even if you have to set your timer for the 5 minutes, take that 5-minute buffer. See if it helps you. If you have somebody in your life that's just like depleting you, they're just draining you and they're just making you feel ugh. If you have that going on, I want you to put a buffer with that person. Find a way to buffer that person and really help yourself with happiness, because putting that buffer is going to help you. I couldn't think of the word I wanted to say. My brain's not working. I didn't have my superfood shake yet. I was going to try something different today and eat my actual breakfast and then have my superfood shake like for my lunch and flip-flop it a little bit, or have it for my afternoon snack. But I feel like my brain's fogged because I haven't had it yet. Hey, Liz. So I want you to try a couple of those buffers that I gave you as an example today. And I want to see how it helps you. I can tell you that I've been doing the buffer with the people, and it has been helping me tremendously. This month has been the best month for me emotionally. I haven't gone... Sometimes, I go through, like, I wake up and I'm just like, oh, I'm just sad today. Or I'm just... just feeling, bleh. And Alice will be like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. Because there really isn't anything specific that happened. I'm just, And, do you hear my dog? She's all by herself. She's all by herself spazzing out. So for me, the people part has really, really been helping. This month I haven't felt down. I haven't felt sad. Business is booming. So it's been helping me in a lot of aspects. My relationship with Alex has been better this month. Relationship with my kids have been better this month. So it has really done a ripple effect with everything. So I want you guys to know that really, really helps. And I want you guys to try it. Hi, Desiree. Good morning. So I want you guys to try that buffer. And for those of you that are just hopping on, I'm about to end it so you can go back and watch the replay. If you're watching me right now live, if you have a comment, put live so I know. But if you watch me back in the replay, write replay and any takeaway that you might have. Hi, Michael. So that way I know who's watching me live and who's watching the replay, so I can have an idea of, what time people are watching it. If there's a better time for me to hop on here for you guys, I will. But I want you guys to have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. It's hump day. Got a couple more days of the week. I'm excited for Friday because this girl's going to see Mickey Mouse. I'm going to the Mickey's Merry Christmas party with Alex and the kids and my parents. So I'm super excited to go do that. So we're going to leave after school. It's a half day So we're going to leave after that. We're going to go have some family fun at nighttime because my kids are older. They stay up later than me sometimes. So we're going to go do the park at night. Then we're going to do some shopping and lunch in the morning and head home. So just a quick little getaway. For me, those are the best. You don't have to do a lot of packing. You don't have to put a lot of thought into packing. You just have to figure out what comfy clothes you want to wear home the next day. So I want you guys to have a great day. Make it what you want it. And I will see you guys later. Bye.